Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sebanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And folks, well, we got a show for y'all, but before we get into it, make sure y'all like the video and sub to the channel. Shout out to the people yesterday that was calling me a clickbaiter. Shout out to y'all, man. Because yesterday we did a live talking about some news about LeBron. Oh, man. Oh, man. Charles, he over there clickbaiting. He clickbaiting. Until the news went live all throughout the internet last night, and I ain't seen these people. Oh, you over there clickbaiting. Stop clickbaiting. This is what they've been doing, right? So yesterday we did a live show about the news about LeBron potentially being out till the late December. Till December, but that was from LakersDaily.com. Just for like an hour later to see the news breaking all over the internet. All these various accounts were talking about it. And then it became official when Shams from ESPN on NBA Countdown basically said that LeBron is expected to take a patient approach before his Lakers season debut. So for those of you who didn't hear what Shams had to say want to play his comments for you now, and then we're going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to Shams here on ESPN speaking to Malika Andrews yesterday.
Welcome in our senior insider, Shams Charania, and also a recent Believe That award winner. Shout out Anthony Edwards there. But Shams, you have some news on what this timeline could look like here for LeBron James.
Malika, I'm told that the Lakers and LeBron are looking at around mid-November as a realistic debut for him. And so October 30th would be the earliest that the Lakers would be officially reevaluating LeBron James, but it is expected he will need at least a few weeks after that point. A source told me tonight that LeBron will be taking a patient approach with this rehab from nerve injury. And so the ramp up process for this will be a lot of basketball shape conditioning work, because remember, as I reported last week on NBA Today, LeBron James first suffered this nerve issue during an on-court workout in late July, early August. He wasn't able to have that normal LeBron James offseason that we're accustomed to. And as superhuman as he's been throughout his NBA career, he is turning 41 in December, and he is in year 23. So that's the timeline on LeBron James at some point in November, likely around that mid-November range.
Okay, likely looking at mid-November there. Shams, thank you very much for that insight.
Excellent. So you heard what Shams had to say. Now I want to read from an article from Yahoo Sports with the following headline stating, LeBron James reportedly targeting mid-November debut after missing Lakers opener due to sciatica. Continues on. Los Angeles Lakers star LeBron James will miss nearly a month before making his season debut with the Lakers. James was 40, reportedly looking at a mid-November return after being diagnosed with sciatica, per Shams from ESPN. And then continues on. It says, sciatica is pain that travels down the sciatic nerve, often the result of a herniated disc. The sciatic nerve runs from the lower back through the glute down through the leg. James reportedly sustained the injury during an on-court workout in late July or early August, per Shams. James will reportedly take a cautious approach as he rehabs from the issue. James will be 41 in December, is still considered one of the best players in the NBA despite his age. Last season, he averaged 24.5 points, 8.2 rebounds, and 8.2 assists, and 7.8 rebounds for the Lakers. While sidelined, Luka Doncic will be tasked with carrying a heavier workload to open the season. Doncic spent the offseason trying to cut weight to be in better shape when the season begins. His conditioning and hard work will be put to test immediately with James out to start the year. Doncic, okay, and then it went on to say a few other things there. What are my thoughts about this? First of all, I told you so. I told you so. Now let's get to the larger issue and let's talk about what I said about what we put in the title. A lot of this just seems too coincidental to me. A lot of this just seems too convenient to me. And no one in media is really discussing it. It's not Shams, not Dave McMenamin, not any of them. They're not really discussing the fact that LeBron is not happy that the Lakers didn't give him an extension. These guys are not broaching that particular issue. And I believe it's playing a major role here. Why am I saying this? Well, let's go back to what he said during the Summer League game that he went to go attend in Las Vegas to watch his son play. When they asked him, hey, do you have any thoughts about the Lakers' upcoming season? He said he has nothing to say. He told the report, he has nothing to say. Really? Then after that, we got the news from Dave McMenamin via his agent, that four teams were interested in trading for LeBron: the Clippers, the Cavs, the Dallas Mavericks, and and the Golden State Warriors. And we're like, what? We hear that. Then, not too long after that, LeBron goes on his social media account and posts a picture of him training in front of the Clippers training facility. And we're like, why would you do this? Why would you post that image? That was him basically saying, look, okay, that was him doing his usual passive-aggressive stuff. And then now we get the news that LeBron was going to be ready for training camp. He even said it during media day. Did you hear him mention anything about sciatic nerve? All he spoke about was his nagging ankle injury. I think his MCL or whatever it is, ACL last year that he sprained or whatever. And that was it. Then out of nowhere, we heard, he hurt himself in July. We heard nothing about this on media day when the season started. And now we heard, he's going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks. Then we heard, LeBron and his guys are going to be monitoring how the Lakers do during this period where he's out. That if they're not competitive, then he may put in a trade request. Then all of a sudden now we're hearing he won't be back until mid-November. All of this just seems a little bit too coincidental. And we're talking about LeBron James, who has a history of antics. A long, drawn-out history of one antic after another antic after another antic. So this really doesn't surprise me. And I wouldn't put it past him that this is just his way of sticking it to the Lakers. Because it just keeps they just keep extending the style. If you're coming back in January, there is going to be some issues when you try to integrate him. They said it on Gil's Arena yesterday. You're not going to have any continuity with those guys. You're missing an entire training camp with Luka. So you're not going to try to integrate this guy into what they're doing heading into January and All-Star break. So the Lakers is going to have to figure it out with him figure it out without him this year. And who's to say something is not going to pop up next year when he comes back? Who's to say it? LeBron is done in LA. Or rather, he's done with the Lakers. He's moving on. His fan base is moving on. They're fed up of the Lakers. They don't like the Lakers. They feel like the Laker fan base is not appreciative enough of him. And they want to see them sink into the Western Conference standings and sink into the damn Pacific Ocean if they could have it. If the Lakers can go and be a playing team, LeBron fans will love it. They're not for the Lakers. They're for LeBron. That's the end all be all of I'm repeating his ass. End all be all of it all. They're not interested in what suits the Lakers. They don't care. They don't care. That's the reason why the Lakers could get knocked out in round one, and they could be up there hollering, you made the all-first second NBA team. He averaged 20. That's what they live off of. They live off of stats and accolades. They don't care whether the team won or not. They don't care. They don't care. Trust me. They don't care. If the Lakers went on to win a championship without LeBron, they would be pissed off. Pissed off. But they would collect that ring, though. The thing that they say is weird, they would collect that, though. But I'm going to leave it there. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts in the comments. We catch you on the next show. I'm out. Peace.